A pivot table is a powerful tool to calculate, summarize, and analyze data that lets you see comparisons, patterns, and trends in your data. Pivot table is a quick and easy way to create simple reports. In this video, I'm going to be showing us how easy it is to use pivot table. So just ditch whatever myth or idea that you had before now that pivot table is difficult to use. So it's one of the simplest tools you can use in Microsoft Excel. Now, on my screen here is a database of some people, probably staff. I'll have department, I'll have salary. Is that okay? It's very, very rough. Nothing has been done to it. So for you to actually add a pivot table to this particular worksheet, what you just need to do is to make sure that you format this particular database as a table. Is all right. So how do you format it as a table? Just select the whole cell, then hit Ctrl T on your keyboard. Is all right? Ctrl T on your keyboard. So another way of formatting this as a table is to come under the Home tab, go where you have format as a table, and it will still give you the same result. So which one is faster for you, using the keyboard or just coming here to click? So just come here, select any of the table formats, then select, and you are good to go. Now, the next thing that you do after you've made sure that the database has been formatted as a table is to make sure that there does not exist any empty rows or columns or any cells that has empty data. Is okay? So this our table has all the cells with their data entered, and it's entered correctly. So once that is done, go ahead to insert. Is that right? Then click on what? Pivot table. All right. Now, once you select this, a kind of a little window comes up that says, "Oh, choose the data that you want to analyze." So the data that I want to analyze is this table 10, and we want it in such a way that it will be done on the existing worksheet. So you can choose where you want the pivot table report to be placed. So let us use the existing worksheet. So selecting existing worksheet, let us define the location where we want it to be. So let us just use the whole of this as our location. Then once you are finished, you hit what? Enter. Then hit OK to tell Excel that you are done. So this is our pivot table, and we are good to start off. Is all right? Now, notice that at the right hand of your screen, you have what is called the pivot table fields. So it says, or choose fields to add to your report. And you have search and all these other guys. Let it not be overwhelming. Let it not be overwhelming. It's just very, very easy. Now, notice if I click outside the pivot table, the toolbar disappears from the pivot table. But once I click inside the pivot table, it comes up automatically. So you have where this place that says, or drag fields between areas below. I have filter, columns, value, and rows. Now, one thing I want to let us know is that there's no golden rule or single rule to how you present your reports. All right. So we can present our report by moving this field to the different areas and see how our report is shown. Is all right. So the way I will present my report might be different from the way you present your report, because both of us might have different aims that we want to achieve. All right. So there's no single rule that, oh, you must do it this way, you must do it that way. All right. So that is the most interesting part about using pivot table to present reports. So they call it dicing and slicing. So you have name, department, and salary. So let's see what happens if we move our name to the filter area. I notice that you have name shown here, and you can actually filter between the names. Then you can decide to move the name to the columns area and see how it will appear. I have columns labels. I'll have the names as shown. So you can decide to move the name to the rows area and see how the name is shown. So you can decide to move the names to the value area and see how the name is shown. So it shows what the count of name is what 8. So supposing we leave name in the rows area, then move department to filter area and see how it goes. So it's not in any way related to what you are looking for. So see departments is okay, but this is still not making sense. It's an in IT, or what is it? So let's see. All right, so department here. Okay, so what if we move name here? Okay, it has 8 departments and 8 names. So what if we move salaries here? So salaries in rows. So let us see what salary under values will do. Is all right. So how about this now? How about this? So here it's look more presentable. So you have finance. Finance has 2 people under finance with a total salary of what? 5,000. Sales has 3 people with a total salary of this. Is that okay? So remember we had something that looks like this before now. Is that alright? So I had something that looks like this before now, and salary was here, but it actually didn't make sense that much. So eventually we decided to bring salary here and bring department here, and it's looking more presentable. So moving all these fields to the different areas is what slicing and dicing is all about, and you can see how it eventually looks. So you have salary showing here 2 times, so we don't need it. So I'm going to delete one of it, count of name. So I'm going to remove this, remove field. It's okay, so I've left it only 1. So this actually how to produce report using your pivot table. As a recap, the pivot table is an interactive way to quickly summarize large amounts of data. You can use a pivot table to analyze numeric data in detail. So if you can actually work with this example, then you can also handle very huge amount of data. The thing is just for you to have the idea of what to do and to know that there's no restriction to what you can achieve. Hope you got value in this video. Do well to support our channel by smashing that subscribe button. Also like and share this video. If you have any question, drop it in the comment section below. We'll try as much as possible to always give you awesome contents like this. Excel made easy. On your screen is a video that shows you how to use the DATEDIF function, especially if you are in the corporate world, if you are into HR and all that.